Hey, kindergarten. So this week we have been working really hard on writing stories and using our mechanics, being mechanics, and making sure that we tune up and fix up our stories. Alongside with that, we have been continuing to draw those detailed pictures that have emotion and movement and lots of colors. But friends, I want to talk to you today about something that might happen to you. And that is, you have an idea for a story that's really big, almost so big that writing that story seems really kind of overwhelming. Let me give you an example. So last weekend, my kids and I made Halloween cookies. And we got the kind that you just buy from the store and you put on the cookie sheet and bake them. So we roll them into a ball, put them on the cookie sheet, put them in the oven, took them out of the oven, let them cool, and then we took icing. It was just white icing, and I used like red and yellow together to make orange icing, and then I made black icing, and then I left some white, and then my son wanted green, so I added some green food coloring, and we mixed it up, and we made all different color icing. And then we got out like little butter knives and we spread the icing on top of the cookies, and some of them were orange and some of them were green and some of them were black, and we made icing on top. And then I had got sprinkles. I found these sprinkles that had bats and orange and black dots and just made them look all like Halloween themed. And then after dinner that night, we ate them as our dessert. Could you imagine writing all of that in your journal? I'd be writing for hours, right? Oh my goodness, but I really want to write about that because it's something that happened in the past. And I really want to write about it because it was a lot of fun. My kids and I had a lot of fun. But I don't know, I can't write that much. That's so much. Has that ever happened to you? Where you want to write about something, but it seems like too much to write about? Well, friends, here's what we can do. When we want to write about something that seems like a really big story, we want to think, what's the most important part of that story? And maybe narrow it down to like one sentence. So boys and girls, in my big long story about getting the cookies and putting them on the sheet, baking them, mixing up the icing the cookies, decorating the cookies, and then eating them after dinner for dessert, the most important part of that story is that my kids and I made Halloween cookies, right? That's kind of the most important part, is that my boys and I made Halloween cookies. So, friends, when you come up with a big story with lots and lots of details, that's awesome. But for right now, we maybe want to pick out the most important part. And then I have another suggestion. I want you to tap out your words. So I want you to watch me as I do this. I said tap, and I held up 1. Out, and I held up 2. Your, and I held up 3. Words, and I held up 4. How many words did I just say? Tap out your words. That's 4 words. That way you know when you go to write, you only have to write 4 words, or whatever those words are. Let's do my sentence. My boys and I made Halloween cookies. Well, that's kind of a lot, but we're going to give it a go. We're going to persevere. My boys and I made Halloween cookies. All right, so I have 7 words. That's kind of a really long sentence. Most of the time in kindergarten, we have sentences that are like 4 or 5 words. Every once in a while, we get a long sentence like I just did. And if you do, that's okay. Just persevere and do your best. So my boys and I made Halloween, because Halloween's just 1 word, Halloween cookies. Now I know I am writing 7 words, which that might still seem like a lot. And if it seemed like a lot, maybe I could shorten it. I made Halloween cookies because I did. But I'm going to try and challenge myself, and I'm going to say my boys and I made Halloween cookies. Okay? So, friends, what you would do, and I'm just going to talk you through this. I'm not going to write alongside with you today because you are getting so good at writing. You don't need to see me write. You can go off and do it yourself. So, friends, when you come up with your sentence, I want you to write today. This is kind of like a free choice week. You're going to write about something you love, something you know how to do, something you know a lot about, or something that happened in the past. Like that happened in the past. My boys and I made Halloween cookies over the weekend. Okay? So, my boys and I made Halloween cookies. I tapped out my sentence. I found the most important part of my story and I tapped out my sentence. Now I know it's 7 words. If I wanted to, I could draw 7 lines in my journal so that I know to write my 7 words. I don't know that I need to do that. If you want to do that, that's great. If not, that's fine too. And then you're going to write the sounds you hear using your mechanics. Capital letter at the beginning, spaces between words, punctuation at the end, okay? And then when you're all done, you're going to go back and you're going to draw a detailed picture that has lots of color and detail and movement and emotion. You're going to show smiley faces if you're happy, maybe not so smiley faces if you're not happy. So you're going to use all of those things to write the best journal entry that you can, okay? So let's kind of review. That kind of went a little bit fast. You're going to pick something you love, something you can do, something you know a lot about, or something that happened in the past. You're going to find the most important part of what it is you want to say and narrow it down to one sentence. In that one sentence, you're going to tap out your words. Figure out how many words you're writing. Maybe you're writing 4 words. Maybe you're writing 5. Maybe you're writing a long sentence with 6 or 7 words. Okay? And then you'll know how many words you're writing. You'll stretch and write the sounds you hear. Then you're going to be a mechanic and tune up your sentence. You're going to look and make sure you used correct capitalization, spaces between your words, and a period at the end of your sentence. And then the last thing you're going to do is get out your crayons or your markers, and you're going to illustrate or draw a detailed picture that goes along with your writing. Excuse me. Okay, boys and girls? So today, you're going to show me how much you can do. I'm not going to write with you today. I want to see what you can do because you are a smart kindergartner and you have been an expert writer. So now it's time to show me what you can do. Make sure you persevere and don't give up and do your best. All right, friends, I cannot wait to see what you write today. Have fun.